Hi, it's Thanksgiving season here at Serenity Ridge Kitchen, and I'm going to be smoking a very small boneless turkey today. Now you can do a regular full-size turkey in the smoker. It's just going to probably take you 10 or 12 hours to do it, and we don't always have that much time, but it does save room in the oven if you don't have multiple ovens to work on. And so if you have a smoker, this is a great way of doing it, and I love the taste of smoked turkey. So we're going to be doing that today on Serenity Ridge Kitchen. First thing that's important to do is prepare the turkey before we ever put it into the smoker. And this will be the same thing as if you're going to put it in the oven too. You want to prepare it. Now the way that I'm going to prepare it is I'm going to create a rub designed for this turkey. It works great in the oven, but it's designed to go in the smoker too. So I'm going to create this rub right now. Alright, so first thing is we're going to put a bunch of ingredients in there to create this rub, and the first one is a half a cup of brown sugar. And now we're going to want to go 2 tablespoons of paprika. Now we're going to do smoked paprika and paprika, but the first one is just the regular paprika. So 2 tablespoons, there's 1. And there's 2. And now 1 tablespoon of the smoked paprika. And that works well in, obviously, a smoker. We're going to give it that smoked flavor to it. And now we want to go with 1 tablespoon of black pepper. Now this is one of many different meat rubs that I create, and you'll want to get samples and do parts of these all over the place for all different kinds of meats. Alright, so now we're going to go with 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. One tablespoon of onion powder. Now, we're going to have plenty here, but depending on the size of your turkey, you may use a lot of it, but this will also store. Put it into a sealed airtight container. I use spice jars all the time, such as this kind right here, that I make my spices and keep those in there. We're going to want 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I like that smell when the garlic powder goes in. 1 teaspoon of ground mustard. And 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. This actually kind of makes like a barbecue type rub to it. And now we're just going to mix it all together real good And we got clumps of that brown sugar, which is pretty normal brown sugar, and you might even have to get your fingers on some of those to break them up so that it doesn't have little lumps of brown sugar in your rub, because you want it to be real fine here. So let's mix it all up and we'll find out what lumps we have and we'll break those up. Now, I used an older bag of brown sugar. If you open a fresh one, you're not going to get these lumps. And I know they have little things that you can put in your bag that will keep it from lumping. And maybe you ought to do that, especially now that I'm cooking a little bit more with brown sugar. Alright, so now that we are done mixing this up real well, I'm going to put it into a spice jar so that I can use the sprinkle version of it to put all over the turkey. Alright, so I just get a spoon and just start scooping it into here. And once we're done with that, give it a good shake again, and then we'll start putting it all over the turkey to get the turkey ready to smoke. Alright, as you can see, this doesn't look like a regular turkey because, like I said, I'm doing a small one, and if you had a regular turkey, it's going to take you a lot longer, just like it does in the oven. It's going to take you a lot longer in the smoker. And you got to kind of figure it's going to be about 30 minutes per pound. And so if you have a 12-pound turkey, you're looking at least a minimum of 6 hours to smoke that turkey. Well, this is a 3-pound turkey, so I'm looking at roughly an hour and a half. I'll keep a thermometer in it. Now, this is still in a net to hold it together because it's been all done out. Which is fine here. But now I'm going to go ahead and put all the rub into it. Alright, so I'm just going to spread this out over the turkey here. Give it something to cook in here. Now this turkey's pretty moist already, and this will help keep it that way. And I'm going to go preheat the smoker and we'll be ready to put it in. Alright, we've moved outside to the smoker right here, and I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, turn it on. I've got an electric one here. Put the wood chips in and the water in, and we'll be ready to go. First, an electrical one goes in, and we want to preheat this to 250 degrees. Alright, so for turkey, you're going to find that applewood makes a great wood to smoke a turkey in, but cherry wood also works, hickory works. Applewood, cherry wood, they're probably your best. So I'm going to fill my wood chip tray here with some applewood. Go ahead and moisten the wood a little bit to create a quicker smoking. Place my wood in the tray. I already feel it starting to warm up in there, and I haven't even closed the door yet. Fill up my water tray with water and shut the door. Alright, so I'm going to let this warm up. Once it gets up to about 250 degrees, I'm going to put my turkey in and let it do its thing. Alright, we have reached the 250 degree mark. So I've got a thermometer that I've stuck through the middle of the turkey here. I've preset it at 165 degrees, which is where we want our turkey to be. Put the thermometer into the middle, the thickest part of the turkey. And now, open this up. Stick my turkey in, close it up, put my thermometer out here. Right now the turkey is at 51 degrees and I want it to get to 165 degrees, and that's probably going to take around an hour and a half, but I'll be checking back and I'll be notified when the temperature reaches 165 degrees. So I'll see you in about an hour and a half. All right, my timer has gone off. We're at 165. Open it up. Get this out of the way. Pull this out. Ah, look at that bird. Looks good. I'm going to let it cool for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to try a slice of it. All right, back inside. We're ready to cut the netting off this turkey, and probably next time that I do this, I may try it without the netting on. I thought it might need to hold it together some, but I think it's going to hold together just fine. So, but right now let's go ahead and cut off that netting, and as we're doing that, got me thinking about Thanksgiving, because that's maybe one or two times a year that most of us even eat turkey, because it's not like the most popular meat in the world. But Thanksgiving is such a time to really reflect back on the past year, maybe even your whole life, and just what are we grateful for? Sometimes with the chaos of our life going on, we just don't know why we should be thankful. But if we take our time a little bit and just look at those positive things, to look and say, during this season, during Thanksgiving season, I am going to focus strong on being grateful and make a list, if I have to, of the things that I am thankful for, whether it would be family or friends or your job or your church or your house or different things going on. What are we grateful for? And really focus on those things, because that's really what it's going to take to turn our lives, to give us that serenity that I love, that I talk about all the time in my other show, Serenity Saturday, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to that would be a show you might want to subscribe to, where every Saturday I take 4 or 5 minutes and just give tips for peace and serenity. But I'll tell you right now, one of them that I will be recording on one of those episodes is about being grateful. Be grateful for everything that you can, because that changes your whole focus. So this Thanksgiving season, this month of November, really focus on being grateful and see if that doesn't change your life. And if it does, focus on it again during the Christmas season, another really chaotic time of life, but a great time. And then into January and February and so on, and just work on being grateful. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. So let's turn our Thanksgiving that we give on that 4th Thursday of November, and let's see if we can't do that 365 days a year. I'll see you next time with another Thanksgiving meal, or side dish, because that's what I'm doing in November. I'll see you next time.